this is Kalyani here. Welcome to digital class. See, I know as soon as you go home from school, you will explain everything to your parents. I mean, you will share everything to your parents, right? The whole day time how you spent in the school, what you did and what you saw there, you will be explaining, sharing with your parents. This explanation, how you explain, what we call it? That's right, describing. So, today we are going to discuss something related to description. So, in your face sheet, you have seen Vaishnavi, Madhav, Anjali and Sanvi. They went to different places, they enjoyed a lot and they share their feelings with you in words, right? That is orally. Now, if we have to put it on a paper and we have to help our friend to visit certain places, it should be in an elaborated manner, detailed manner, right? So, how to do that? In this session, we will come to know about it. Before starting the session, let us see the outlines of this session. Outlines. What is a descriptive writing? How to describe a person, how to describe a place, and what makes your description good. I mean, what makes good descriptive writing? Description. Description is something which helps the readers to know the writer's opinions and thoughts. So, we must be very careful and we must have a good idea about this descriptive writing. Moreover, keep it aside that it is a part of your exams and all that. It plays a vital role, very important part of your life. Whenever you express something or put it on a paper, it should be in an order. So, to follow that order, let us see how to make a descriptive writing. First, we must know what is descriptive writing. Here it is, you just see. A description is a picture in words that helps the reader to see, hear, taste, smell or feel something that the writer has experienced. Is it right? Exactly. What a writer feels, what a writer experiences, that will put on a paper, and that form of writing we call as descriptive writing. Okay. So, how to go on for that? Let us say this. Here you have a key points to understand what is descriptive writing. It is often in a poetic in nature, okay, and it describes places, people, events, situations or locations in a highly detailed manner. Sanvi has visited Mysore and Vaishnavi went to Borra caves. They have given an explanation of their feelings, but here it was not described to you what are there and how we have to reach there, what we have to carry. A clear description was not given to you in an oral form. That how to do that we will see in this session. Okay. Let us see. This author visualizes what she or he sees, hears, tastes, smells and feels. When would you say this descriptive writing? Generally when we go for poetry or when we write a journal or a diary writing or when you are describing someone's nature or environment, what the scenery you see, and a descriptive passages in a fiction like stories or something. For example, you have gone to a seashore, you saw a beautiful scenery there. So, you will put it on a paper. How to put it on a paper? You must use a perfect vocabulary, perfect sequence to it. So, this type of a sequence has to be followed while writing descriptive. Now, let us see some more details about it. Descriptive writing. When we write a description, we must remember these points. Begin with interesting opening sentences that tell what the description is about, and use exact, vivid words to create a picture in the reader's mind. Include important details about what you are describing. Put details in time order, that is very important. There must be a sequence of time, first early in the morning, then afternoon, then evening and at night. While describing a scene, you have to start at the first point, arrival time to the dispatch. Okay. So, this time order has to be maintained. Next, spatial order or order of importance, which sequence has to be explained first. Next, use sense words that help your reader picture what you are describing. For example, I want to describe a classroom or a school. First of all, I have to know the words. I must make a mind mapping of those words, what I need, and then put them in an order. After that, go on framing sentences according to it, right. So, that helps you to describe in a spatial order. That is the importance given to the sentence or sequence. Now, at the end, what we have to do? Have to end it. End in a way that wraps up the description. When we read the end of description, we must be able to sum up total descriptive writing, right. So, the final passage should be like a summary of our descriptive writing. As I told you earlier, descriptive writing takes place to describe in a different manners, like describing a person, describing a place, describing a scene, describing a situation. At first, let us see, if you want to describe a person, we have to describe, and what type of sentences and sequence we have to follow. Just see the sequence. To describe a person, at first his or her name has to be mentioned, and he or she is a doctor or a teacher, that we have to. And how much old? Is old, yes. She is 10 years old, she is 28 years old, for example. And then naturally what is he? She is a brilliant girl, she is good looking, or he is handsome, certain statements. And speaks, what languages they speak, and from where he is, lives in which region they live, is a single or married, has children and maybe daughters or sons, and likes. So, when you write about likes, he likes swimming, he likes swimming, he does not like chatting. So, like and dislikes, you should not say his dislikes are, his likes are. So, we have to frame sentences in a grammatical manner. Moreover, what does he or she look like? In comparison to a great personality, you can take any personality, he looks like my brother, or you can say he looks like my cousin. And next, he or she is this, he or she is that. And then we have to go to physical description like tall, fat, skinny, long hair, brown hair, has this and that. Now, you have seen how to describe a person. While describing, first will give his profile like personal details, name, age and all these things, then physical his nature, and then physical appearance, and comparing with someone in our life. So, this is the sequential order what we have to follow. Here, connected to our text, that is A Trip to Andaman, you have a descriptive writing of describing a place. So, to describe a place, what we have to follow? First, we will see the steps to be followed, then we will go for a classroom interaction. So, let us see the steps to be followed while describing a place. To describe a place, we have to answer these questions. Where is the place located? So, for example, if we take Bhadrachalam, it is located in Bhadradri Kothagudem, which is in Telangana. So, Bhadradri Kothagudem and Telangana has to be mentioned in our writing to make a clear picture of place location. And our next point is, what is it famous for? It is famous for Lord Sri Rama's temple. It is famous for Lord Sri Rama's temple, this description has to be given. It will be clear in our classroom interaction. Now, let us see the other points. How can one reach there? That is transport facilities, car, bus or a train route or airways or waterways, ship or whatever it is. How can we reach there? What the duration of journey has to be clear. And next, how is the weather during the time of the visit? So, just here you have already visited the place and you are helping your friend to know about that place. So, when you have visited, how the weather is there at that time, you just describe it so that he can take his decision at what time he has to visit. And moreover, one more point you have to explain, that is, what is the best time of the visit? You might have visited in June, but September and October is the right time to visit that place. For example, you just take so, and you have to mention that I have visited in June, but I have come to know that September and October is the right time to visit that place. So, that description must be given in your descriptive writing. So, it must be helpful to your friend too, right. And next point is, what things to be carried? While going on a journey, you must be very comfortable, right. So, if the weather is cold enough, you have visited Ooty and there you won't get the things. So, they have to carry sweaters and all wool things, right. So, that has to be described, what things are required to carry while visiting that place, okay. And what sort of accommodation is available there, the place where you have visited. Are there any private accommodation or any accommodation related to the government or tourism, or you have to go for your own accommodation, mean asking someone, taking tents or arranging yourself. That to be clear, so that they can travel with a well prepared manner, okay. And next, what places and things can be seen on the way to place? Yes, this is very important. Once when we start on a journey, we may have many visiting places on our way. We may miss them if we won't have any idea of that. So, prior the person has to know about all these things, so that he can halt and have a glance of it, experiences it, and then he can step forward. So, we must give a clear details of those important places on the way to the destination, okay. And next, what are the major tourist attractions? Okay, as we have some important places on the way, we after reaching that destination, if you take a example of Bhadrachalam or if you take example of Ooty. So, if you take example of Bhadrachalam, once when they reach Bhadrachalam, they must know that crossing Bhadrachalam there is Papikundalu and some other places where they can go. Even travelling from Bhadrachalam to Rajahmundry on a launch is a good experience. So, all this must be clearly explained in your description, so that the person who want to go on a trip can plan well and have a joyous time. So, your description plays a vital role in their entertainment too. So, now you have understood what are the important points we have to bear in mind while writing a description. Let us see a classroom interaction.
Where you went to, Kirti? I went to Bhadrachalam. You saw the Sitaramudu? Yes, I saw. How is it? Very beautiful.
Kirti, where were you all these days?
Yes, I went to Bhadrachalam, ma'am.
You went to Bhadrachalam?
Yes.
Oh, nice. What about you children?
Yes.
Where did you go? Have you visited any place?
Yes.
Then you just pick out a paper and start describing the place. Time up. Kirti,
Yes, ma'am.
are you ready to describe the place?
Pilgrim Center, there is a temple of Lord Rama. You can go there by train and bus also. There is a beautiful waterfall. Panashala and Kinnarasani are other interesting places. There are hotels to stay. It is a beautiful place.
You have heard what Kirti has said. So now let's see that being written on a drawing chart. Just you observe. See what she wrote is Bhadrachalam is a pilgrim center. Okay, and there is a temple of Lord Rama. There is a temple of Lord Rama. We can go there by train and bus also. Observe carefully. I'll ask you, are there any mistakes or it should be corrected in any way? You just find out. There is a beautiful waterfall. There is a beautiful waterfall. Parnashala and Kinnarasani are other interesting places. That's what she wrote. And then there are hotels to stay. It is a beautiful place. So, okay, what's the first point? Where the place is located. It is, see, if you see here, Bhadrachalam is a pilgrim center. There is a temple of Lord Rama. Okay, so is there any description about the place here? No. So the first point is missing here. How can we go there when we don't know where that Bhadrachalam is located, in which state or in which district? How can we reach there? We cannot. Isn't it? Can we reach there? We can't. So the first point is missing. Now what is the second question? What is it? Famous for. Right, very good. Just see here what she wrote. There is a temple of Lord Rama. Means this place is famous for Lord Rama's temple. Right? Yeah, that point is here. Lord Rama is here. The temple of Lord Rama is here. That point has been covered. Now, what the third point that we have to remember? Yeah, Kiran?
How can one reach there?
Right. So now can one reach there? So if you go on reading this, we can go there by train and bus also. What's the spelling? Spelling mistake. Also. Right? So here that is we can reach by train or by bus. The point has been covered, right? Still we need more information about it to know in detail about the place. What's the next point to be covered here? Who can say? Odelu.
How is the weather during the time of the visit?
Right. Which period of an year is good to visit that place? How is the weather of that place, visiting place? Has been described anywhere here? So now the other point what we have to remember while writing. Ram.
What things are to be carried?
Carry.
Carried.
Come on, read it.
What sort of
Accommodation.
accommodation is available?
Right. What sort of accommodation is available? So while going there, and what type of accommodation is available there, that we have to concentrate, isn't it? అంటే మనం ఒక ప్లేస్ కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు అక్కడ ఎలాంటి వస్తువులు తీసుకెళ్ళాలి, అక్కడ ఎలాంటి అకామిడేషన్ ఉంది, షుడ్ బి బేర్ ఇన్ మైండ్ ఆర్ నాట్? Isn't it? We should be ready with it or not?
Yes.
Right. So see, that description is also missing in this writing. So when we don't know what is there, what can we carry with us? And where to stay, how to stay, and from where we have to move. All these things we must know. You can't help your friend with this description, isn't it? Right. Next, what is the other point? Samaya.
Place and things can be seen on the way to the place.
Right. Very good. What other places and other sceneries that we can see while traveling to that place? It's very clear. Parnashala and Kinnarasani are the interesting places on the way there. Right? That point has been covered. Now next point, what is that? Yeah, who will read? Raju?
What were the major tourist attractions?
Right, correct. Major tourist attractions. What was the major tourist attractions?
No.
Is it there?
Missing.
No, it's missing. Okay. So now let's see description of the same Bhadrachalam covering all these points words clearly which can help your friend to visit that place. Shall I do it for you? Just read the description of place given here. What is the first question? Where the place is located and what is it famous for? The first point that we have to cover is where the place is located and what is it famous for. So if you watch here, you see 𝗧𝗦𝗔𝗧 is located in Telangana. That's very clear. Okay. And next, this city is famous for the temple of Lord Sri Rama that is built by 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗂. That is built by 𝗂𝗽𝗱𝗁𝗂 during 1630 AD. Now, there will be a festival in each year during the month of April. So, what it shows? Which time is good to visit the place? What's the next point that we have to how can we reach there? How can we reach there? Right? So, it is reaching. Now, just see that point has to be covered. There is no need to write like reaching for your notice I have written here. There is no need to write reaching. Just you have to say it is situated 320 kilometers from Hyderabad and the next railway station is Kothagudi. Okay. And bus station it is at 𝗂𝗧𝗪. Now next, just see here many tourists prefer visiting 𝗂𝗧𝗪 via Rajahmundry by launch journey in the river Godavari. It is about 12 hours journey. You have watched the video. Your friends are very enthusiastic. Kirti visited 𝗂𝗧𝗪, she has described, and she wrote it in a simple manner as she was unaware of all these features. And I think now she can do well. Okay? So, before starting your descriptive writing, let's see what makes good descriptive writing. Here you have to follow some grammatical aspects also. What are they? Let's see that. So, in some way it is like building a wall, you know very well. The writer needs to use the right building blocks. Okay? So, what are the building blocks? Here are the building blocks that you need. One is similes. As I said, like a strange man, similes. See, as it while describing a person, he looks like Lal Bahadur Shastri, very short. He swims like a fish, or else you can say he jumps like a dolphin. So, the similes makes things very clear and creates enthusiasm. And next, alliterations. Alliterations, that are the words which start with a similar same letter like flute filtered or dilly dally. So, certain words create some interest to read, like if you go on describing, it won't be attractive. Something has to be added, spices to be added to make it glow. Okay? And the next one is personifications, very important. Whenever he gets a chance to run away from this class, he flies high. Yes, that is personification. Okay? He flies high. A man can't fly, a boy can't fly, but you have used flies high, it shows that he is fast enough to run away. That is required. Apart of all these, adjectives. Adjectives are very, very important. Okay? Large silky hair. She is having large silky hair. She is walking like an angel. Such descriptions make your descriptive writing very impressive. Okay? So, following all these descriptions, you can make a good writing. I hope you will make certain good writings. Now, we are at the end of today's session. See, you have a blank paper in your hand and a pen, right? You are going to put words on that. You might be describing a person's personality or a scenery or place. Words are something that inspires at that moment and may arise, but writing is something which live long on the script and goes on inspiring whenever the reader reads it. So, you must be very cautious while placing words on it as we take actions in our life. Feel every word as an action of your life and put it on a paper. You will be a good writer. I hope you do it, and bye bye for this session. We will meet again in the next session. See you.